Hello, I hope everybody's doing well. Sorry for the previous technical problems. My name is Kirati Bolanani, and the name of my project is The Economic Impact of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. First, a little bit about me and my project. I'm from Los Altos, California, and I attend Mountain View High School, where I'm a sophomore. I'm interested in economics and have done various competitions through and outside school. A bit of background about my project. It centers on the tour that Swift did from March 2023 to October 2023. This only looks at the economy of the US. That's why the dates are what they are. However, her tour still continues today. Live music and specifically Swift are a big part of our economy. While it might not be the first thing that you think about when you think about who contributes to the economy, they certainly play a huge role. The reason I chose this project was so that people can understand how live music is an important part of the economy. Many people find economics a very in depth and broad topic, but this project is a way to connect that with a different audience and help them find kind of an interest in economics. It bridges pop culture and economics to help fans of Taylor Swift and music itself form a connection. It's a way for people to gain insight in what is a rather complicated topic by using simple means. Taylor Swift is a person that many people know and love, and this project can help them connect to economics through their love of Taylor Swift. My goal for this project is to show how much the Eras Tour generated and show if another Eras Tour could happen again. Um, the number I found out was 5.5 billion. This was the number that I calculated and also the number you could find in a lot of articles about the Eras Tour. In this part of my presentation, I'm going to walk you through how I got that 5.5 billion number. As you can see in the table to the right, there are some values that were found through reliable sources, and the table shows them in a simplified form. The table shows the values of the mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, and the number of stadiums of the stadium capacity, the percent of the stadium used, and the average hotel cost. These values use the mean because all the stadiums had different amounts of people come to the show, and the hotel costs changed from how far away they were from the stadium. The other values are either assumed or found through multiplication. For example, the total attendance was found through multiplying the stadium capacity with the percent of the capacity booked. Some values were also assumed, like the percent of people traveling from afar, which I estimated was 50%. Other values that were estimated were the amount spent traveling from afar, $300, the number of hotel nights people traveling from afar spent, 2 nights, and the amount of money spent on food, $250. But to find this 5.5 billion number, the main thing I needed was to find three values: the total attendance from all the shows, the ticket price of one ticket, and the total amount of money spent afar. By multiplying the total attendance from the shows and the average price of one ticket's $1,088, which was the average resale price, not the original price, then adding the total amount of money spent from afar, I was able to get that 5.5 billion number. But some experts from the US Travel Association predict that the actual amount of revenue generated was much more, around 10 billion. The reason for this is because of the multiplier effect. The multiplier effect is a phenomenon in economics that, when increased or changed, can cause an increase in changes in many other related economic variables. You can think of it as sort of a ripple effect. For example, in my project, the total revenue was 5.5 billion, but that money is inserted into the economy, and the money can go up or down, go into a bank, go into the National Reserve. All of these factors increase the amount of money generated. Other factors include the influence of fans who are spending outrageous amounts of money on things other than tickets. Outfits, hotels, food, transportation all have an effect on the economy. To show the effect of Swift in the economy, I made a model showcasing how the employment numbers increased. To do this, I used a difference to difference model. A difference to difference model is a model that compares the change in outcome over time between a population enrolled in a program, the treatment group, and a population that is not, the comparison group. You can see in the model to the bottom right of the screen. It shows the employment from 5 months before Swift performed to 12.5 months after. The red line represents when Swift was there. You can see a clear increase from before Swift to when Swift was there. This increase was sustained in the months after and increased. Now, I'm sure you've noticed the somewhat complex equation in the middle of the screen. This is my event model equation, where employees CT refers to the amount of employees in T months per city C. K shows how many months until the event, hence the -7. Swift CTK shows when Swift was in a certain city at time T and how many months ago it happened, K. Notice how the beta has a subscript K, indicating how it is influenced by how many months ago it happened. All of this leads to my ultimate prediction of if another Eras tour will happen. I believe a tour of this magnitude is not possible for the following reasons. First, a huge reason this tour did so well was because of the post-pandemic concert demand. Many people hadn't gone to a concert in well over 3 years, and the Eras Tour was one of the first, and from such a huge artist. The demand for it was huge, the supply of tickets was so few, and this led to an increase in ticket prices. People felt the need to go to a concert as they had missed out on so much during the pandemic. Many spent over $1,500 each, and some also went to multiple shows. This all happened when we were on the border of a recession, and the tour actually helped us come back because so many people were inputting money into the economy. Obviously, I can't claim it is the sole reason we came back from a recession, but it is one of the reasons. This tour was unlike anything we've ever seen before. Even Beyonce, who was touring at the same time, didn't have as big a pull as Swift did. Beyonce's Renaissance tour generated 4.5 billion. But both of these numbers are much, much bigger than what they made on previous tours. For example, Swift's Reputation Stadium tour in 2018 only generated 266.1 million in the US. The difference is outstanding. I predict a tour in the future will generate a lot of money, but it will settle in the high millions rather than the billions. All in all, all in all, Swift has made her impact on the US economy. She received accolades from various newspapers, Federal Reserves, and all of us. My hope is that you learn a little bit about how live music can influence our economy and that economics is an easier topic to tackle. Beyond the numbers, it's important to recognize that live music brings communities together, revitalizes local businesses, and sparks growth in the most unexpected sectors. The power of these events lies not only in the immediate revenue, but also in lasting economic and social benefits they generate. I hope this example has shown you that economics is not just abstract concepts, it's something we see reflected in our lives. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this has made economics a little bit more approachable and engaging for everyone. And if you have any questions.
Absolutely. Very, very cool presentation. Um, so I actually have a quick question about the formula that you use to calculate the economic impact. Is the, I don't know if the technical term is diff to diff
Yeah.
formula. Is that the standard formula to calculate economic impact for events like Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, or are there other formulas that can be used? And actually, just for a little bit of context, I hear a lot when um, the NFL talks about bringing the Super Bowl to a specific city. The city says, "Oh, well, this is going to generate $250 million of economic impact," but I don't know exactly how they calculate that.
Yeah, so the difference to difference equation was one I specifically chose because I thought it showed my data the best way. It
Mhm.
basically shows um, how if something is happening, right, and then there's an event that takes place, and it shows how the whatever happens after the event, it either goes up, it goes down, it stays the same. And in this model, it was really helpful because it showed that, okay, there was a specific point. You can see, oh, here, there's a specific point, the red line, that's when Swift came. And
Mhm.
there is an increase. You can see before maybe where it's at the zero, there's this one dot. And then when she came, there is an increase, and you can clearly see that in this model. And that's why I chose to show it like this.
Got it. No, that's great. And question from the audience, do you think there is any other artist or band that could even come close to this in the future?
Um, I'm not sure in the future because, right now everything is sort of settling down. I mean, this summer there were so many artists that went on tour because this was, I think, the first summer after the full COVID thing. I think they said that, okay, the pandemic is officially over. And this was the first summer after that, I believe. I might not be correct.
Hmm.
So this summer, so many people went on tour, but I don't think anything was as big as this. I don't know if I can say in the future, but yeah.
Got it. Great stuff.